So is iOS 27 good enough at this point to install on a primary device? This is perhaps one of the most popular questions I get here on my YouTube channel, and in today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my personal experience with iOS 27 so far. I want to talk about the battery life, the performance, the overall user experience, and when we can expect future betas and the official release for this next major update. I know a lot of you guys are asking, is this update at this point good enough to install on a primary device? So let's go ahead and talk about iOS 27, Developer Beta 4, and Public Beta 2 currently out, and how the software stacks up when compared to previous updates like iOS 26. First, I want to talk about Siri because I have to say this is the biggest upgrade this year in regards to AI features coming to the iPhone. With iOS 26 and World Knowledge, Siri just couldn't get things done. With iOS 27, it's a completely different story. So far within iOS 27, I ask all my questions directly to Siri and I get all my answers. Siri gets things done. She does things for me. She knows world knowledge. She knows what's on my screen, and she can complete separate tasks individually when I ask her to do things, and she actually works. This is kind of crazy to say in 2026, but yeah, Siri with iOS 26 versus iOS 27, it is going to be one of the biggest upgrades in Siri's history because you now have the actual capabilities such as on-screen awareness, personal contacts, and of course, the world knowledge that a lot of users always use to ask other third-party AIs like ChatGPT or Google Gemini. You no longer have to use other platforms. In my opinion, Siri actually gets things done for you on your device with personal contacts. It adds upon the Siri AI experience in iOS 27. So far, I give Siri a good 8.5 out of 10 so far in iOS 27. When you compare that to iOS 26 Siri, which was about a 6, it's night and day, and you're gonna love the new Siri. So far, it's been phenomenal, in most cases even flawless, getting back to me with world knowledge and doing things for me. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is battery life, because obviously this is going to be extremely important if you're looking to install iOS 27 developer or public beta on your primary device as of right now. Now take a look at this screenshot right here. This was an entire night running YouTube for about 8.5 to close to 9 hours of on-screen time, as you can see right there, with brightness at about 50%, and I still have plenty of battery to go, as you can see right there. So in terms of battery life, although your experience may be different, I'm a heavy user. On my primary iPhone 17 Pro Max that I use for testing here in the studio, I get through my entire day with not a single issue. Now, obviously with Beta 1, Beta 2, that was not the case, but so far with Beta 4 for developers and Beta 2 for public beta testers, iOS 27 battery life, I have to say, is pretty solid as well. Now, of course, I also want to talk about the overall user experience and performance in iOS 27 developer beta and public beta. Now, you may remember with iOS 26, if you enable low power mode, especially on older devices, there will be choppiness and lag within the performance of the iPhone. So far, I have to say that appears to be fixed here on newer devices and older devices. So low power mode is performing as intended, which is nice. Now, you guys always ask in regards to benchmarks. Take a look at the latest benchmarks here. We have Beta 3 on the bottom and Beta 4 on the top here. You see the numbers are close to identical here, so no major news to report here. These are just minor fluctuations. The overall user experience, I have to say, when it comes to third-party applications, especially banking apps, you guys have been asking, it looks like everything is working as intended for all the banking apps that I use. Everything in regards to the overall user experience, animations, launching and closing apps, of course, unlocking and locking the device, Face ID, everything appears to be working as intended. And again, even third-party applications I've noticed that are a little better this year when compared to previous years like iOS 26, where we had several issues with overheating, crashing, and of course, we also had issues with banking apps not working properly with the software as well. So far, within this latest beta, it looks like all that seems to be working pretty well so far. And again, this software is still in beta, which brings me to the final topic. When is Apple going to release the third public beta and the fifth developer beta? Well, if history is any indication, it appears that Apple could release the next set of betas starting this upcoming week of August the 3rd. So on the 3rd, we could see the 5th developer beta, and on the 5th, we could see the 3rd public beta for iOS 27. Now, at this point, I believe Apple will start switching to a weekly release schedule to releasing new betas, and we can expect the official final release of iOS 27. My gut tells me this will be on September the 14th. Now, obviously, this is not confirmed information. This is all based on my experience testing iOS for many years. So I believe we have about another month to a month and a half of testing before the official release of iOS 27, perhaps on the 14th of September. Again, next week, expect the next set of betas. So far, should you install iOS 27 betas on your primary device? Well, this is my experience. You guys can go ahead and determine that for yourself. But so far, the experience has been pretty solid, way better than previous years, especially when compared to iOS 26. And there you guys have it. I hope you guys found this information helpful and useful, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.